In principio erat verbum et verbum erat apud Deum et Deus erat verbum. Okay. Erase that story. Make our own. Can tell you, I bought some cookies today too. Time to drink some coffee. Artist sleeps, huh? An artist's mind. Okay. And Abel said to me, Andreas. You go with that one. Keep the conversation with Brother Piero to a minimum. Brother Piero is such a source of wisdom and encouragement for you, though. Indeed, but the rule of the Christian contemplative life demands that the brothers not engage in idle chatter. Jesus Christ, what a pack of dullards! Be happy you only stuck there for a few more months, Andreas. How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? I apologized and said I would avoid unnecessary conversations in the future. As illuminating as your conversations may be, there is much to learn in your own work. But Brother Piero helps Andreas understand his work. His experience is invaluable to any young artist. Seems like the music is still too loud. Why would the asshole abbot care? All he's concerned with is the money he can bring out of the boy. Despite the abbot's eye, you must endure. Soon you will have to finish both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. Then you will return to Nuremberg for marriage, and your new life as a master awaits you. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus, then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty at least? The small portrait descent was lovely, but we artists can be flatterers. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Ah, true, your majesty. Give others some advice, huh? Will you visit us again soon? Hopefully, but it's out of my control, your majesty. As are many things, trust in providence. Grobian, please see Andrea safely home. Of course, your majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, your majesty. Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. What the heck is this? I never do. Ow! At least I would if they stop stepping on my feet. Which way are you going? They are fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know old John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. He's just trying to keep order in the abbey. I'm an outsider. Right, an outsider he brought in. If he wants your work, he has to deal with you as you are. Can I just throw him overboard? Will you please, sir? I give up. Take me home, Gerbian. As you wish, Andreas. Good morning, Ursula. Down and get up. One, the Baron. A few more pages back to the Abbey. Okay, I'm just gonna turn down the volume a little bit more for the music. What the heck? The Picatrix, Key of Solomon, the Hepatimeron, Cryoference keeps giving me all of these books to read. I don't know why it just disappeared. I really should clean this up. A few more pages. Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. Need to get across town and head up to the abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. Okay, and here we have a map. Have some people. I wonder if I shouldn't use the controller. Nuremberg, a free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire, major trade center and city of arts, including printing. The Rule. The Rule of Saint Benedict of Nursia is a book of instructions for monks living together under the guidance of an abbot. Written in the 6th century, the Rule provides the principles for living a monastic life. Facing Abbey. Okay. We need to get to the scriptorium. Yeah. Interesting to play this with keyboard. Yeah, he has to go back to bed. Little brat. Andre. Okay. Clara. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Quite well, actually. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Albans, cheese, and some of the rye you like from the Albans. Odo wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. Odo, stop by. I like how it said boo first. Otto stopped boo. And then it erased it and wrote a Y instead. Yes, Randon. Here you are, Andreas. It's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could we? Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? And if we raise it by 2 groschen? I hate to ask, but we are behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it, even more than usual, I mean. Hello, Ali. How you doing? Have we managed that? Well, wait, were these taxes unexpected? Peter says our taxes didn't go up for years, but ever since we've been married, it's just gone up and up. It used to be that if we didn't have the money, we could make payment in kind with some of our crops. The abbot stopped that last year. Now, if we don't get a good price from the miller, it's hard to give the abbey its share. I know it's not your problem, Andreas, and Peter is too proud to ask you himself. Can you find it in your heart to help us out? Well, we go with the polite one. Of course, it's no problem at all. Besides, we wouldn't want Peter to lose any more of his precious hair. Oh, Bless you, God bless you, Andreas, and may Saint Luke watch over you today. I played those type of games when I was a kid. Speaking of St. Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the Divine Office that Prior Ferenc allows me to work on my masterpiece. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The City Council doesn't require you to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. Nuremberg to a university and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after... I'm wondering. It must be rather frightening, starting all over again. It is, but I know now that this is what I want to do. Not many people get to decide that. Certainly not anyone in passing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. Well, it's hard to say until it's done. There's no way to think about it. I'm sure it will be a treasure when it's finished. Now, I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me for supper. Of course. Please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course. Until later, Clara. Andreas! You, Peter. Oh, God bless you, huh? Andreas? Oh, yes, Andreas. This weather's been god awful. This town's gone to shit since my days. Were things very different when you were young? As different as beer and piss. It's also a comparison. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Percha to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Matthias knew that. Christ was in our hearts, even if the white lady's name was on our lips. A sort of old customs. The kind that steer away witches and keep spirits from calling storm clouds over our farms. The saints weren't the first to watch over Tassing. My father knew that. Old Rannig Kemper knew that. That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive. What do these traditions entail? When you get up in the night to take a piss, go around the right side of the house and never go back the same way. Okay. That way the witches don't steal your soul. Oh, how interesting. Of course. I should go. Alright. God bless you. Which way should we take? For the map, we need to go to the Abbey. Especially if we should go for town and meet some people, or if we're gonna just go up there. Yeah, a lot of different people. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, let's go for the town. See, let's go this way. Big Jorg. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big Jorg. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plum, and it took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right. Thank God for thank God for Sundays. Damn it. Almost made me read that wrong. Smells like a storm's coming, no? Huh? That smells like fresh alpine here to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your wonder year before you came to Tassing? Let's see what can we go with here. Basil. Andreas knows some Italian and French. You can reference cultural touchdowns from Basil and nearby Burns, Zurich, and Freiburg. This is our background, huh? Flanders. Andreas knows some Dutch and French. You can reference cultural touchdowns from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. Italy. Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchdowns from Florence, Venice, and Milan. Greek? No. Well, he can talk to Caloria. That's not good. What should we go with? Makes me to think about Flanders. It makes me just think about Family Guy. Okay, we go with Italy then. Italy, Florence for a while, but Venice and Milan as well. Italy. No wonder your senses are dull. You've been down there too long. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10? 15 years? I don't think I have that long, Big George. What did you spend all that time in Italy doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. Oh boy. Now we're gonna pick a back. Okay. You can be an hedonist. Andreas seeks out pleasure wherever he goes. He is extremely socially quite experienced in all of the enjoyable vices of the world. Craftsman. Andreas lives to work and dedicates all of his time to his art. Bookworm. Andreas spends all of his non-working free time finding and reading as many books as he possibly can. Rapscallion. Andreas' penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights. Businessman. Andreas devotes much of his time to self-promotion, optimizing business expenses, making investments, and balancing his books. I'm gonna go with craftsman. Other than art, nothing. That's what I was there for. Art is the whole point, Big Georg. The craft. I don't have time for anything else. Oh, sorry I asked. Anyway, I have to get going. Georg, let's go! Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Till later. Hello, Andreas. Andres Schmidt's smithy is so much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey. Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them. That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Ah, morning, Andreas. Excuse us. One of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. Is there something I can do to help? Have you ever handled sheep before? No, I'm not Welsh. No. Well, no. No, but thank you. Christian of... Okay, then no, but thank you. Christian of you to offer. Oh, look, there's something going on up at the Steinauer's place. You're getting scolded. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. I don't know. I don't know, Martin, but Lucky is giving him an earful. Christ, I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding when Johan pulled his pants down. Knocked two of my man's teeth out. I don't want to feed the strength behind a stonemason's anger. You think he is a noble? He looks really rich. God damn it, Martin. Stay out of trouble for once. What on, Teddy? Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control. Of course, see you later. Help you on to your cousin, alright? Eat shit, Andreas. Oh, what an asshole. Let's see, where are we on the... We're there. There's our background. Veronica Boyne Bound, huh? So this is where we come from, Italy, and we are a craftsman. Okay. Just to continue to write them. Slot. Oh my god, what the heck, Klaus? Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. Another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You still coming by for supper tonight? Marie and Bert would love to see you. You really need to see these new woodcuts I have from the Italian edition of Till Judenspiegel. I didn't realize Father Thomas let you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas. He's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from... everything? Sure, why not? Some of the things people are publishing these days will make a bishop's head spin. Or an abbot's. Yeah, it doesn't take much with that one. I know it, but at least I don't have to deal with him much. So, supper tonight after Vespers? Of course, thank you. Great, I'll tell Marie and Bert you're coming. See you then. See you later. God bless, Master Mahler. I hope your week is going well. Thank you for them going. It's going quite well. I'm just on my way up the hill to get to work. Good, Andreas. I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? Yes. I apologize, Father Thomas. I promise you, I will make it this Sunday. You don't have to make a promise to me, but our salvation is contingent on... Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Mahler, this is Lawrence Baron of Rothvogel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. Only wish all of your neighbors were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck and it was terribly dull. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these alpine cities, but the place has crawling with nobles for the emperor's diet. The emperor? Was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him or the painter. I was in Venice, my lord. I lived there only a few years ago. Oh, fascinating. Well, the city's Jews now live in their own quarter in the north. The city's artists are still producing wonderful work. Titian in particular is a god. No offense, Father. Of course. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Kirsau. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. A great loss for the Abbey and for us all. Indeed. With good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the historian Garcia he was reading during my last visit. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid it might even cause a bit of a scandal. Yes. But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss tastings later. Or tastings past later. I commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey through Father Ernst, and I have come to check on its progress. Oh, my lord, if you have to come to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Mahler here. It's an honor to meet you, my lord. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping the Abbey's scriptorium. A Nuremberger artist working in an Abbey scriptorium. In 1518? Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Of course, my lord. It would be an honor. Wonderful. It's so rare to find someone in the countryside who knows anything about art. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Yes, did the Abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do? Refuse us? Excellent. We'll see you then. Miklaus, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. Would like to take my time talking with Master Mahler. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. So then, a gentleman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not be a master. Are you unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in a university for a number of years at the Erfurt. Erfurt, wonderful! The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. I get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, you may have even met him. Did you? You must tell me. Ah, no, he was a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. I agree wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the church. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Forgive me, Baron, but did you not attend university? You seem very well educated. Ah, No, my family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all of the books and tutors a child could dream of. I love all knowledge from Aristotle and Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus and everyone in between and yet to come. I may have misjudged Baron. It seems he is well read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working toward a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. What was your area of study? Oh boy. Greek names? Yeah, Greek names are a pain in the butt. Theology. Andreas has a strong understanding of Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, heresies, and similar subjects. Canon law. Andreas knows the basic of a fractured system of laws that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire. Medicine. Andreas is familiar with the basics of human biology, medicine, and illness. Let's go with medicine. All things medical, studying the latest and greatest texts coming out of Italy. Yes, the Italians continue to innovate in that area. Extraordinary, really. Fascinating work. Who knows what secrets we may learn about the human body in the decades to come. You, if I had any faith, I would have prayed you would never show your face here again. Curse you, Lawrence Rothvogel. Hersta's dogs tearing you to pieces with two kind of faith. These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What's that about? Who knows, by the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. Well, that'll be early time in university. Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, yes? Do you have a favorite subject? Oh boy, oh boy. Latinist. Andreas has a strong command of Latin grammar and vocabulary. He can also easily recall Sententia Antiqua, 40 words of wisdom from the Roman Republic and Empire. Gishia. Andreas instinctively thinks through the implications of the information as he receives it. He's adept at spatial analysis and can easily perform complicated calculation in his head. Orator. Andreas excelled at the rhetoric in university. He is a skilled teacher, persuader, and public speaker. Occultist. Andreas knows a soul-endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge on alchemy, astrology, tarot, necromancy, and various magical rites and ceremonies. Heavens and earth. Andreas knows a great deal about the constellations, heavenly bodies, and their movement. He's also familiar with various plants and animals from study and personal experience. We'll go with occultist because since we do have medicine, so that will fit perfectly with alchemy. So let's go with that. I use my access to the university's library to pursue more esoteric interests. Oh, esoteric how? Mystical texts, books on alchemy, invoking spirits, divination, purely academic, of course. Of course. I started with Ficino's Corpus Hermeticium, and my interest only deepened from there. Quite interesting, Andreas. I'll make some time to speak with you more on this topic during my stay. I look forward to, my lord. You had studies. Was there anything else you excelled at? What shall we take? Let's go with Orator, because Persuader would be a pretty good thing to be. Since there seems to be a lot of talking here. The art of persuasion, naturally. There's rhetoric. Ah, I assume you studied Greeks and Romans both. Greeks? Yes, Aristotle and Cicero on the course, but also Christian thinkers like Augustine and Thomas Aquinas. True, we have also less... True, we have less use for public discourse than senators did in the Roman Republic. Exactly, the doctors of the church weren't trying to persuade politicians, but to move the mind toward Christian truth. Triggering Caloria. Eat a donut. Still, the principles remain the same. Invent the arguments, then arrange, style, and internalize them before delivering them to your audience. Yeah, good job, bot. You know it. Splendid. Though I suppose an artist has little use for rhetoric, especially in a place such as this. Not true. Rhetoric is also an art, and like other forms of art, it should be created for the audience and its purpose. It can be practiced as easily in the street of a rural town as in the Curia of Rome. Well put. Ah, there's the Abbey. I have good memories of this place and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know of Kirsao at all? My family have been patrons of Kirsao for I don't know how many generations. Some years ago I heard that Kirsao still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. The artists that remain here are quite talented, if a bit old-fashioned. Well, Kirsay is more than a bit old-fashioned. Some of my friends think I'm mad for commissioning a manuscript from an abbey in this day and age. But, well, my family have been patrons of Kirsau for generations. It seems wrong to stop now while there is still talent here. I commissioned a manuscript through Father Gernot a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no, I do know the artist well, the venerable Brother Piero. Oh, venerable. He still has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent and color, and I very much look forward to seeing him. Niklaus, tend to the horses and the baggage. I'm heading up to the abbey. Yes, my lord. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. nuns. It's quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. The church closed most of them centuries ago. But then, Kirsau is a place out of time in more ways than one. Do you know Mother Cecilia? She seems to recognize you. We are acquainted, yes. Let's leave it at that. Ah, you must be Father Gernot. I am Lawrence, Baron of... Oh my god, it's Swanstad. Yes, the Baron of Rotvogel. So wonderful to have you here again. You actually did meet on your last visit. If you say so. I'm not good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I rode ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Wait, Yes, I mean, no, it's no trouble. Do you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I can do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with the band, but I need you in the scriptorium. Now! Of course, father. I'm eager to get to work. Then get to work. Shit, I should have asked him about an advance for Gertner's taxes. Maybe I could just convince brother Matteo to pay me early. Find a way to get paid. Shrine. And then garden. That's brother Matteo. Let's see who's in here. Margaret? Bless you, brother Piero. No, wait, it's Master Mahler. I thought you couldn't see, Sister Margaret. During the day, I can see some colors. How did you know it was me? You and brother Piero both smell of the pigments you use. But you're taller and you have another smell to you, like fish or burned almonds. Oh, that's old linseed oil, popular among the Italians, but brother Piero doesn't use it. I'll ask Sister Gertrude about it. How are Sister Gertrude's herbs coming? It's too early to tell. Most of them won't be grown until May. Still working with herbs suits me. Have a good day, Sister Margaret. Bless you, Master Mahler. God bless me. The reliquary containing the hand of Saint Moritz, which is said to have once held the Holy Lands. Lisbeth. God bless you, Master Mahler. Gertrude. Bless you. God bless you, Master Mahler. How goes your work in the scriptorium? It could be better. Would it make you happier if I told you Agnes Ceterium received some saffron yesterday? Really? Where did you hear that? Sister Matilda saw her at the Albans. Maybe you can convince Prior Ferenc to get some for your yellows. Good to know. How's Mousefanger? He's He's around here somewhere. Hopefully getting to the baby rabbits before Sister Matilda does. Until later, Sister Gertrude. Bless you, Andreas. Maybe I will see you by the shrine of Saint Setia one of these days. Brother Matteo maintains his shrine along with some of his sisters who paint badges for pilgrims. Whoop. Church. And let's see what we have. The scriptorium is there, so if we continue to go forward, and then we go into the dormitory, into the Old Bailey. Guess that would be the way to go. Or the Explorer. And we go down here. Infirmary, what do we have? Saint Luke, the patron of artists, is also the patron of healers. Florian? God bless you, Andreas. Brother Florian, how are you? Your brothers and sisters are well, so am I well. Thank God. Andreas, have you spoken to Claus Dracula lately? Yes, quite recently. Why? I believe he may be receiving a medical text from Bologna soon. I'm quite interested in it. Puoi leggere l'italiano? Can you read Italian? I know, little Italian, and my Latin is not as good as I would like. I was hoping Brother Piero could help me with it, if he has the time. I'm sure he'll make time. He is a patient teacher. That he is. I will see you later, Andreas. Until then. Most of these medicines were made by Agnes Stanneroin with some help from Sister Gertrude. It's a lot of things to like background and information at the beginning, it feels like. Dance of Death mural. Father Matthias had it painted a few years before his death. It's beautiful. Interesting painting. Dance of Death mural. Father Matthias had it. That's the same information. Pet Mirabilis. Yeah. Oh, pet the dog. Good game. Janet. Andreas. God bless you, Father Gernot. I wanted to speak with you on behalf of the Gertners. Gertners? What about them? They're striving to cope with the increase in tax and would like to negotiate a better rate on their behalf. You're an artist, Andreas, not a banker. The financial agreements between the Abbey and the Gertners are none of your business. They are, now that they asked me for my rent early in order to pay the Abbey. Indeed. A shame that they are bringing you into their own troubles. I cannot change the tax owed, Andreas. The Abbey relies on such income to sustain itself. If there is nothing else to discuss, then I must return to my duties. God bless you, Andreas. Yeah. God bless you, Andreas. What do you have to say, huh? Well, this is where he came from. I wonder what recipes the brothers have for peace. These cucumbers are growing quickly. I'm sure whatever isn't eaten will be pickled. When the brothers eat their meals, this is where the lector reads to them. Lucas? Hello, Andreas. How goes it in the kitchen? Is brother Voislav working hard? Not too bad. Brother Voislav is nice to me. It's Father Abbot and Brother Prior who make things hard. How so? I shouldn't complain. They just like their food a certain way. I'm not that good at cooking yet. I'm sure Brother Voislav will teach you well in time. Brother Adek complains about his food too, but he complains to Brother Voislav. What does Brother Adok know about food anyway? He's from Cornwall. I don't even know where that is. It's a land to the west across the sea where all they eat is fish. Sounds miserable, but that's always what he complains about. The fish. He just likes to complain, I think. Don't lose heart, Brother Lucas. You're still learning. Thanks. See you later, Andreas. Till later. We can go to the cellar. Sure, why not? Hey, Voislav. Morning, Andreas. How's living with the Gertners? It's great, yeah, lovely family. Claire is a good woman, and she looks after Big Jorg and Eva like they were her own. They are both almost fully grown. True, I suppose it's less that they need looking after, more that she cares to. Little Ursula is in good hands. Anyway, if I don't see you or around the Abbey later, maybe I'll see you in the tasking tomorrow. Until then. God give you health, Master Marlin. Brother Sabbath, I'm surprised to see you still here. As am I, but I will be leaving soon, returning to Rome. I and my bishop regret that we could not reciprocate Father Rudolph's generosity earlier. He showed me much kindness to our priest at the Council of Constance many years ago. Will you remain in Rome? It's up to my bishop, but I will miss these mountains in any case. Should you travel to Ethiopia, Master Mother, and see the highlands? God has blessed my home with a wondrous beauty. I would love to, someday. I still need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop. Yes, someday. Until then, if you're ever in Rome, I may still be around. I've only made it as far south as Florence, but I would like to see Rome. By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it would be nice to share a meal with you and some of the townsfolk. Townsfolk? I am accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like these, but I have had kind words with the baker and his wife. Ah, yes, the Albans, Ulrich and Gret. I offered to tell a story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Gret seemed excited about the idea, but I would be more comfortable if you were there as well. I can certainly make time. Thank you, Andreas. I look forward to it. God give you help. Storing everywhere. Real quick. Well, that was it. Just check the whole church in here and see what we have. Okay, that was it. Rudiger. God bless you, Andreas. Has your voice yet recovered from Easter Mass, Rudiger? Oh yes, it was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Well, if the Lord would give us his all on Easter. Exactly. Have a good day in the scriptorium. Have a good day singing. Let's see. God bless you, Andreas. How is the sacristy today, Matthew? The same as yesterday. Does my vocation seem silly to you, Master Mailer? No, I was just being friendly. Then go in peace, friend, knowing that the Abbey's treasures are secure for another day. God be with you. Oh, one more thing, I have a favor to ask you. Yes, Andreas. I was hoping you could give me my pay for the latest manuscript early. This isn't part of the agreement you made with Father Gernot. You will be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript you illuminate, not before. I only have a few pages left, Brother Matteo. I'll finish them in the next few days anyway. And I think you can wait a few days to collect your wages. This abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contracts would cause undue trouble not only for Kirsa but for Tassing as well. The matter is pressing, Brother Matteo. For the love of another Christian, I beg you to make an exception. Very well. Do not ask this of me again, Andreas Mahler. Here you are. I should note this with Father Gerard and Prior Ferenc. Thank you, Brother Matteo. God bless you, Andreas. Alright, now that I got my payment, I can give Clara the rent early. Put it on the table in the evening to surprise them. Okay. Quickly run and give them the money. The figures in the shrine to Saint Christopher are quite nice. Iresis. Beautiful. Snowdrops, one of the only flowers that can bloom this early in spring at this altitude. A shrine to Saint Moritz. The statue looks ancient. Ah, Columbine. Looks like it's coming in early. What the heck? Damn. Cross. Andreas. Hello, Andreas. Hello, Clara. I have something for you. Oh? It should be enough to pay my rent and the tax you owe the Abbey. Andreas, this is far more than your rent payment. We can't accept this. Please, Clara, it's the least I can do. You and Peter have been such gracious hosts. Andreas, how did you even find so much coin? Are you sure you will have enough to spare for yourself? I convinced Brother Matteo to pay me a bit early. I wanted to be sure you could pay your taxes in time. Bless you 1,000 times, Andreas. You don't know what this means to us. I'm happy to help her. It's a Christian thing to do. You're a good man, Andreas. Thank you. I'll let you move on with your day. God bless you. Until later. Run, run, run. Oops. No. Okay, back where we were. Crypt? Yeah, why not? Let's go down. When the foundation of the abbey were built, when the Romans occupied this land, not long after the death of Christ. These tomb markings go back centuries, all the way to the founding of the abbey. Abbot Dietrich, from the height of Kirsau's power in the 14th century. Those days have long passed. Investigate. A lovely relief of the Virgin and Child. Shame it's hidden down here. That was it. Now what? Ah, a secret entrance to the library. I'll have to remember this. Oh, I can't go there. Into the tower we go. Just ring the bells. Ring my bell. That's also an old tune. Let's see here now. Old Bailey. Friar's house. Okay. See what we got in here. Oh. What's this? Volvo? Seen these before in astronomy and medical track. What's this one for? 2 wheels. The top wheel has Greek letters and holes cut out to reveal Latin letters underneath. The outer edge of the lower wheel is divided into 4 sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. Greek, Latin, and elemental symbols. It's obvious someone with occult interest fashioned this. Ah, quarter turn of the upper disc aligns a different elemental symbol with the top of the lower disc. That reveals a different set of letters underneath. Huh. I wonder what it is for. A cipher of some sort? I need to investigate more. This has to be connected to something else around here. Still no significance of Volvo. It must be used to decipher something about what? Something in the library, then. Where is the library? It's the one. Oh, it's in the scriptorium. Okay. Cemetery! Sure, why not? Apple trees have only started to bloom. It will be months before they bear fruit. Fresh apples. A monument of the founder of the abbey. It's fairly recent. The funds were donated by her descendants. Good day, Andreas. What do you have to say? Then we are here. Okay, can we get some more coffee? Can we continue? You fill up the balloon with your fart. That's one smelly balloon. Guy? Good day, Andreas. How's your morning going, brother guy? It's fine. More contracts for the abbots. Which would you rather be making contracts or manuscripts? I honestly don't care, Andreas. As long as the abbot is impressed, he could have me write the first chapter of Genesis until Judgment Day. Does the abbot's opinion mean that much to you? The abbots and the priors? Both. You're lucky. When you're done with this, you're going home. I'm never going to see Burgundy again. I need to make the best of the next 40 years. And I'll leave you to it. How do I talk to you? Here. God bless you, Andreas. How are you feeling today, brother here, Doc? Mill. Mill, that's easy. I am well. Well done, my son. It is early. I'll give you a harder one later. I look forward to all your anagrams, brother Edok. Literal nuts. Ah yes, until then. Piero. Andreas, God bless you. So good to see you. Good morning, brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming. Big Joe Gertner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Brother Edok has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Do not forget, brother guy, the fate of the youth who jarred the aged prophet Elisha outside of Bethel. Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, brother Edok? I'm comparing you to an impudent youth whom the Lord, in his ineffable wisdom, may choose to strike down. Good one. I'm not saying anything. I find that funny. Well, everyone seemed quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Ferenc is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lawrence Rothvogel had arrived and he hurried out like a little mouse. Ferenc is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothvogel. It's pathetic. You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior only to speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful. Oh no, Baron Rothvogel. His manuscripts. I just realized that he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course, that's why he's visiting. Perhaps you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about the patron's visits. The true craftsman cares more about quality than simply being fast. With skill comes speed. Sadly, may elude you forever. Ah, if all I had to do was write letters, I suppose I would be fast too. Oh, got him back there. Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else. Andreas, Baron Rothvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prince Bishop of Freising. Kersau is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. Well, if Prior Ferenc isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. No, I wanted to go to the library. God damn it. Oh, that's right. I need to reference the In der Mauer script. do you want, Andreas? A book. The Indermaur manuscript, the Book of Hours. Here looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? What do you mean? I mean, did you sleep alone, or... What do you want to know? It would be nice to have something to think about during divine reading. Have you considered the Lord? You really are a cloud on a sunny day, Andreas. I just get the book. That's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? I'm sorry, but I really can't. I need to reference it for my work. Really? My feet hurt and the stairs are so steep. I'm just going to ask Illuminata to go get it. Sister Illuminata! Andreas needs a book and he's being inappropriate with me. Andreas? Sister Illuminata. I'd like to borrow the Indermaur manuscript, the Book of Hours. Yes, I overheard. Here, please return it promptly. Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming? Of course, your opinion is always welcome. Yes, the composition is lovely. It's a joyful spirit in your arrangement of the figures. The contrast of colors is also quite nice. Rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene. Complete right, I don't know why. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. What do you mean it's all my work? My son, you're copying an illustration from the Indermaur manuscript almost exactly. So, what's wrong with that? Haven't I improved on it? Aesthetically, yes, it's wonderful. But I feel you have not given much thought to what it represents. It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs into the forest and acorns before the slaughter. Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and elders across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Gernot. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. But it is not the way November is. Art is illusion, storytelling, but in their most sublime form. These images illuminate a path to truth. Unique is all that matters to me, perfecting the craft. Can't that be enough? Only you can answer that, Andreas. There was a time that I marveled at my own technique. But there is reason we monks do not usually identify ourselves in our work. It foments pride, vanity. With time I learned to take simple satisfaction in helping to spread truth to others. But you need not listen to my opinions. They're just thoughts of one old monk. There's no place for the monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time. Why is that? Why has Kirsau kept this up for so long? Some people, some places have a difficult time letting go of the past. I'm not among them. The creation of books of art is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. More people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and in so doing, be brought to truth. Don't you think there is a danger in anyone being able to write, anyone being able to read anything? There is danger, of course, but printers are already here. We cannot roll back the wheel of time. It is left to you and the generations who follow to be good and responsible stewards for those yet to come. The rest is in God's hands. Ah, but here's the time gone. It is already... What? Yes? Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. Until later, Andreas. Until later. What's going on in here? Andreas, what was that noise? Oh, I'm sorry, Cicely Monata. I knocked a bowl of paint to the floor. But then Prior Ferenc came in, wrote in one of his books, slammed it, closed, and left. He was in such a hurry, I don't think he even noticed me. He was slamming books shut? Prior Ferenc should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. He seems to be in a great hurry. I think he's on edge since Baron Roughwaggle arrived early. Which is why books should not be taken out of the library unless it is necessary for divine reading or work in the scriptorium. Are you still mad at me for borrowing the Chronica, Clara? No, anger is not an appropriate response for a nun. But the fact remains that you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason. Not valid? Is it not valid to want to see the work of one of the great Irish scribes? One who wrote masterworks that even now grace libraries at Cologne, Fulda and Mainz? No, it's not. Not unless it pertains to your work or the abbot permits it. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, what's all this fuss about Lawrence Roughwaggle? Why is Prior Ferenc so nervous? Lawrence? I didn't know you were familiar enough with the man to use his Christian name. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the prior and the Father Abbot have. I only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years. And he paid enough to help the Abbey when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? I can't remember. You know, I have my own responsibilities to attend to. How about this, Andreas? If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron. Of course, I'll help him in any way I can. Thank you. It's for the good of the Abbey. Where should I begin? Out there where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium. I will tell you what books I'm looking for. Find them and return them to me. First books are 2 volumes of the Aeneid. Aeneid? Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick. Oh, I know the ones. They are among Piero's favorites. He keeps them by my desk. They are not his to keep. There's a fair amount of wear on these. I hope you don't mind. Those volumes were old even when Piero started to make the copies. How long ago was that? 3 years. Aeneid is not one of my favorite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero. Linnaeus shows his duty to the gods over his lover, Dido. Do you think Aeneas' sense of duty appeals to Piero? We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes his more seriously than most of the others in this abbey. You clearly take your chosen vocation seriously. Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. You women do. You're right, of course. I appreciate that you understand how limited our roles and our choices truly are. Even in stories, we are maidens to be rescued and wed. Rules seduces of men or wizened thrones. Like Dido, we ordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be the protagonists of our own stories. No woman is exempt from that. From the empress to a nun, it is our lot. I suppose I understand now why you are not fond of the Aeneid. It's fine poetry for men. Now the books, if you please. Interesting telling. Thank you. Next, Wretched Gearin. This is a printed copy, green covered diamond pattern. I do not have the size in the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough. I know the one you're talking about. Brother Adolf was reading it. The beauty of this book truly believes its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy. We don't. It belongs to Amadea Rusco of... is it a Lugano? It's a Venetian edition that's quite valuable. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost and the abbot has received 3 letters about it. I've certainly seen the brothers enjoying it. The book is not appropriate reading for the Benedictine monks. A baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant, then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. You forgot the best part in the end. Wherein learns he has royal blood, the son of a duke. He reigns as a king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love? Benedictines should be dreaming of a reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. I suppose you're right, it's better suited for knaves like me. Not my place to reprimand anyone for reading stories, least of all you, Andreas. Still, we must be on guard. Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to downfall of many men and women. Sometimes yes, but look, books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? To die better than we are born. What's the problem with that? Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king? There is neither you nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female. We are all one in Christ Jesus. We may be one in Christ, but we are not equal in this world. It isn't the world you should be concerned with, Andreas. But the book, Andreas, we must return it, or would you like the abbot to retrieve a fourth ladder? I hate to see the brothers disappointed, but I understand. It's not my goal to deprive the brothers of their joy, but to return Almadia Driscoll's property. The book, please. We are a librarian and just running around collecting books and handing them back in. There's only one book left, and then you'll be freed from bondage. A dark red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inches across, 2 inches thick. Oh, I remember that. I believe Brother Guy was reading it. Now that I think about it, Guy has always been guarded about this book, like he was hiding it. Very good. Please bring it here. What is this, anyway? Maybe I should have learned French at some point. Bastard script, elegant descenders. What is this? Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. Why won't you tell me what this book is? Because it's a dangerous book, Andreas Mahler. One of the previous abbot tolerated in spite of a papal order to destroy it. 3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. Its author shared the same fate. What? Why? I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of one bishop, much less 3. Before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason. So the book is dangerous. When did the bishops condemn it? "200 years ago." What? Why? Why is it still here? Because Father Matthias loved books, all books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. And he was right to do so. Books shouldn't be destroyed, even if the content is in question. The Holy Church does not share your opinion. It is their law we must contend with, not your emotions. The Church was wrong. I'm not going to debate this with you, Andreas, and Father Matthias is gone. It's not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Gernot learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed. Must the book be destroyed? No one even knows that it's here. I do. So do Mother Cecilia and Father Gernot. But I refuse to give it to you if all you're going to do is destroy it. What? Why not? What are you going to do with it? I'm not sure. I'll hide it, keep it safe. Give me that book or our deal is forfeit. I won't tell you anything about Baron Raffwagel. My chat just reset for some reason. I propose a compromise. I will take the book from the abbey, far away. It will be gone by the time Father Geralt asks about it, and if you like, you can say I stole it. I doubt he'll make a fuss about me stealing a book he wanted destroyed. I don't like this, Andreas. It feels wrong in my heart. I swear I'll take it far away. It's been out of here for years, and besides, how could you have stopped me? I'm trusting you in this, Andreas, against my better judgment. Don't make me regret this. Hey, you were supposed to tell me about... Now then, Baron Roughwoggle, quickly though. I need to finish up here soon. You mentioned finding a copy of Historia Cassia. He said it has some scandalous details in it. He also mentioned that Father Matthias had a copy and was looking for another to verify its contents. Do you know anything about the book? I've heard of it, but I have never read it and I know little about its contents. The subject is broad, but I believe the book deals specifically with the Roman occupation of this land. What about that could have upset Father Matthias so much? I can't claim any deep insights into the former abbot's mind. I understand him to be a virtuous and charitable man, sometimes to a fault. And it's not always best when an abbot considers himself a friend to his brothers instead of their shepherd. Could something in the book have led Father Matthias to a crisis of virtue? Virtue is only found in crisis. Without it, virtues are little more than ideals. So, perhaps there is merit in that idea. But I must be off to Mass. Thank you again for your help, Andreas. I suppose you believe in the other crypts. I don't know why you were poking around there like a grey robber, but that entrance isn't for you. One of the lords of the old keep must have had it built to escape in times of siege. It allows the sisters to access the library without distracting the brothers. Please do not abuse this knowledge. Of course not, sister. Thank you, I appreciate your discretion. Good day, Andreas. God be with you. Lunch. There's a bell for 6. The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. I should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. I think he's working by the guest house below the abbey. I wonder what Prior Furnace was doing with this book. In the library of the University of Five Churches, the Hungarians call it PEX. That's where Furnace is from. Doctor of Theology, George of Grand. Did Furnace steal this? Text on astronomy looks like. I'm not familiar with it. That's the script. Burgundian, Flemish, not from here, not recently. It's definitely Farron's handwriting between the lines and in the margins. Is he notated in text for his personal use? In any case, it's a Farrow commentary. What is this? It looks scribbled, not like Farron's had to be so sloppy, and he didn't even blot the ink dry. Libra, Capricorn, Aries, all astrological symbols. What's written below? Greek to be sure. That doesn't make any sense. That's not even a word, just a jumble of letters. This must be kind of cipher. What's the key? Wait, that Volvo I found also has Greek letters on it. They must be connected, but how? The outer ring of the Volvo is marked with alchemical symbols, but this cipher has astrological symbols. There's something I'm missing. I suppose I will figure it out in due time. I'll copy this down now to reference later. Well, he doesn't know Greek, so that's why it looked like that. Maybe. Second time I have to remember this. I'm probably gonna be able to go up there now. Guess not. That's always not Brad doing here. Go away, Andreas. Can't you see I'm busy? Not really. What are you doing? Mind your own business. You're a scoundrel, always up to no good. I'm keeping my eye on you. Eat shit. I'm done talking. Good day, Master Mauler. Andreas, good to see you. I trust Clara gave you my message. Afternoon, Andreas. Otto. Clara did give me your message. Sorry I missed you this morning. I was still asleep when you came by. Ah, the abbot really lets you get away with anything, doesn't he? Leave him be, Otto. I'm hungry. Let's pray. Bless us! Okay, bless us, our Lord, and these, your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord, amen. 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 How did the morning treat you? Not too bad, thanks. I hurt my damn hand splitting timber to replace a bad beam in the abbot's house. What shall we eat? Let's take some bread. Not that bad of an injury, it just tells me that the abbot bleeds us dry and we are expected to work here when it suits him. Oh, it's not all that bad. I get a lot of good work from the abbey. Casting pilgrims' badges isn't really smithing, but I don't mind. Anyway, I saw you walking with that Baron Rockwagon in the meadow on your way up here. What's that all about? He's here to check on a commission. I understand he was friendly with Father Matthias. He was, though. Father Matthias had some misgivings about the Baron. What kind of misgivings? That he fools around with young women. He's married, of course. Otto, that's only gossip, and it isn't Christian to spread rumors like that. Not gossip that he beat up that farmer a few years back, old Rannig. May he rest in peace. Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But if he did that, yes, it speaks poorly of his character. We had a long conversation on our way up there, but he didn't mention anything about that. What did you talk about then? I mean, no offense, but what does a nobleman have in common with an artist? Martin Luther, my time at university, a variety of other things. He's quite well educated. Sure, I imagine you have a lot of time to read when you don't have to worry where your next meal is going to come from. This bitterness and envy are not good for our Christian souls, although. Not an envy, Andres. No one should get away with what he does, what this abbey does. No offense to you, Andreas. I don't have any problem with the books the abbey makes. I mean, I never did learn to read, but if people are paying the abbey to make them, it doesn't bother me. No, I understand. I see why people resent the abbot's rule. He's a harsh lord. Oh, Otto, do you see that the Bower's sheep escaped the grazing fields again? No, but I'm not surprised. Martin was supposed to fix that fence, and he probably did a bad job at it. He's always in a foul mood, and he could be the laziest soul in Tassie. He can't even hold a hammer properly. Married and a father at such a young age, and he barely lifts a finger for his wife or child. On top of that, he's a damn thief. Before you say it, Andres, that's more than just gossip. Look at him over by the guest house. He's probably figuring out what he can steal with the last amount of effort. I admit he seemed less than helpful when I saw him this morning. I doubt he'll ever amount to much of anything. Speaking of the Bower's sheep, they're eaves are shorn and the women will be spinning it soon. I got it, Hendrix. No need to tease. What happens, what God wants to happen, will happen. Looks like a storm's coming. We should probably get back to it. Right, I'll catch up in a moment, Hendrix. Oh, Andrea, say hello to Eva for me if you get a chance. Of course. I should return to work in the Saturn. Until later. Time to get back to work. Because be with you. God be with you, Andreas. Yep. I'm supposed to do that. What the heck? Oh, bless you, Andreas. Oh, Brother Mattia, what are you doing out here? I thought you were aware that in addition to my role as a Kirsten cyclist, I tend to the shrine of Saint Moritz. He is the patron of Tassie and Kirsten both, so it's my duty to ensure his Reliquary is well cared for. Shrine is always beautifully kept. Whenever I visit, I always leave inspired. The martyrdom of Saint Moritz provides inspiration to us all. You're familiar with the life of Saint Moritz, aren't you? Are you not? This is focused my masterpiece, and I never had a moment to learn about Saint Moritz. Well, you ought to learn something about Tassin's patron saint while you're here. By all means. Saint Moritz is the most widely known for his martyrdom at the hands of the Romans. He protected the town of Christians from slaughter, and in turn, he and his legion were decimated. What do you mean his legion? Would that mean he was a Roman soldier? Yes, he was a Roman citizen, and he led a legion up entirely of Christians into Bavaria. And he refused to kill the Christians, even though they were traitors into Rome. The emperor had his legion massacred. Most of the pilgrims who visits come knowing only this, if anything, about his life. However, Tassin venerates Saint Moritz because he was the one to convert the town and save it from destruction. Tassin was pagan? I had no idea the town was so old. Indeed, he and his legion were snowed into this pass, and the townsfolk refused to aid them. The daughter of the town's leader, Satya, was moved in spirit and snuck from the town to convert. She led Moritz to a spring, and as soon as she was baptized, the snow melted, revealing all manner of fruits. Moritz and his legion were saved by these miraculous gifts. The town was converted, and the rebels fled into the mountains. What happened to Satya? She too was martyred for her faith by the rebels inhabiting the town. Now her shrine protects Tassin from harm. What an astounding story. Thank you for the history lesson, Brother Matthew. You're welcome, Master Mahler. God bless you. Until later, brother. Carl. Oh, hello, Andreas. Hello, Carl. You seem busier than usual today. I'm behind in my work. I went up to the shrine of St. Moritz this morning to pray for his aid. Candle I lit had all but burned away. I was there so long. Now I need to catch up. The dedication to St. Moritz is impressive. Oh well, truth to be told, I only started going to the shrine more often when Helena became pregnant. Her mother had trouble in childbirth, so I've been paying visits to Morit's hand and Satya's shrine to pray for their aid. I hope that the saints hear your prayers. Thank you, Andrea. So do I. This door must lead into the rest of the comment, not to me. Feverfews always smells so fresh. It's a gutter, it's wise to have some in the garden. Hello, Cecilia. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Is this something I can help you with? I noticed that you took the scissors inside when I walked up with the Baron. What concern of it is yours? You said much in saying nothing. Now I will say even less. Good day, Andreas. did it. She did it because how he is. Can I get that flower? How do I have to? Housing is lucky to have so much worth naturally growing. I had to buy it back in Nuremberg. Sophie, bless you, man. God bless you, Master Mahler. How are things going in the nun's kitchen? I mean, no offense, Master Mahler, but I cannot speak with men. Oh, my apologies. Yeah, God bless you. And you as well, sister. Gertrude dries and stores all of her herbs here. Pet the cat? Pet Mousefanger. Aww. Yeah, kitty, kitty, kitty. This is certain keep the garden well tended. There's something back there. I can't target the one other thing. God bless you. God bless you, Master Mahler. Sister Matilda, how are you doing? Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men unless it's necessary to perform our work. Ah, forgive me. Sorry to bother you. Thank you, Master Mahler. Painting of Hildegard of Bingen, Mother Cecilia's favorites. Doors into the convent are locked to outsiders, and at least. So Tanya made him into a lover so he can swoon them all. And then... I think we checked this one. Nothing in there. Back to work. Ready, look, this work. I don't know where to start. Inconsistent spacing, rough strokes. You're working like you want to see this place closed. Brother Pryor, I'm working to the best of my abilities and I dispute your criticism. I may not be fast, but I still have my talent. Praise to be to God. Brother Guy, why are you still on this page? What's wrong with you? Normally you're so reliable. Many apologies, Brother Pryor. I will work harder. Piero, I can't believe this. Baron Roughwagon has come to check on his progress, and this is all you have? You should have finished this months ago. Is your mind so corrupted by age that you didn't notice the seasons have changed? Well, you're not the one who will have to answer for it, so why could you care? Typical. It's been prior fairness, but I believe your point is made. Yes, I remind you that I am the master of this scriptorium, and you are a guest here. I agree, Brother Pryor. Brother Piero's work is unacceptably slow. You are insufferable, Brother Guy. Oh God, give me the patience to endure this. Please, everyone, this is my work and I will accept responsibility for it. Private parents' right. Private parents, is this mine? It must be, yes? It is, my lord. I can explain. Oh no, I don't want excuses. I've come all this way and I have to be honest, I expected more. Now when you're finished and the style is, well, it's very old-fashioned. I thought I had made my desires clear. I feel like my generosity toward Kiersau is being taken advantage of. Am I the fool in this sad story? No, of course not, my lord. Never. We can fix this, of course. Of course, we only want to accommodate you. Ah, Andreas, good to see you again. My lord? But again, why not have Andreas complete the rest of the illustrations? He's clearly capable. Well, my lord, why not have Brother Guy complete the speed? Is your core? No, I'm not talking about the script, that's fine, but the art, the illustrations. I want Andreas to do the others. Of course, I mean, if Andreas is alright with it. If it takes the pressure out Brother Piero, I'll be delighted to complete the work. There we have it. I hope this will, this... I hope this allays your concerns, my lord. Excellent. By the way, Father Abbot, am I still welcome at your table for supper? Naturally, my lord. Wonderful. I would like Andreas to join us. My lord, I have already made supper plans for the Drucker family in town. Nonsense, you can eat with them any day. I'm only here for the evening. Well, father. Well, that would be quite unusual. Unusual not, I doubt that my good friend the Prince Bishop would deny additional guests at his table. What do you think? I understand. Yes, you're right, of course. Andreas may join us for supper. I look forward to it. You had this planned. You must have put your hook in the Baron this morning when you ambushed him in town. Why are you mad at me? I'm trying to help. You're the prior. Andreas is not to blame for any of this. I am. Yes, you are. You embarrassed me, the abbot, and the abbey. Prior Ference is right, of course. No wonder we don't get more commissions. Guy, can you stop flooding the prior for 1 minute? You're so insincere and you're so obvious about it, Guy. Brothers! Please, Sister Sedina and I would prefer it if you could keep the noise down. Sounds like Samson slaying the Philistines in here. Of course. Get back to work, everyone. Bickering going around here. Well, that was not wonderful, but there's nothing to be done about it now. I'll finish my work here and wash up in the lavatory for supper at the abbot's table. Eat! Supper at the abbot's table? See if this one. Okay, I still don't know how to connect the element symbols on the Volvo with the astrological symbols on the cipher. Could I figure out the connection? I can't decipher the note I found in Ferentz's book. Found a secret passage in the crypt. There has to be a book in the library I could use to figure this out. This Illuminata is in there most of the day. Perhaps I can find my way in after dark. And if all else fails, perhaps I could ask Werner Stolz. He lives off the North Commons. I have a sense he doesn't like me much, but I found a way to get the information out of him. Okay, so that means we have to wait until it gets dark, and so dinner isn't sufficient, I guess. I'm just gonna double check. It goes so quick to check. Yeah, we have to wait until night time. Suspected it, but whatever, check. No, don't worry. Okay. Andreas, I'm so glad you'll be joining us for supper. Though the circumstances are unusual, to be sure. I won't be able to speak with you, none of the brothers will, but it will be good to have you with us. It's a shame, I always enjoy our talks. Now, the same doesn't apply to you at the abbot's table. You can talk all you like. Though I wouldn't recommend it, Father Abbot does not look kindly on idle shadow. I wish you could take my place, Brother Piero. You deserve the honor. Anyway, I'm sorry for how the prior treated you. It's not fair. It's humiliating. Oh, no, my son. There's no need to worry about me or my pride. And we all need a taste of humility from time to time to keep our feet on this earth. Now, Andreas, you are my pride. I cannot claim to have taught you much, but I am proud to have known you and your work. And when you leave all of us at the Kirsau Abbey behind, you can call upon your friend Lawrence, the Baron Rockauger, to help you in your career. He's wrong, you know. Burns is wrong about you being slow. Don't trouble yourself over it. Time passes for us all. Things change. The future will right over the present. You need not fear it, any of it, as long as you remain true to yourself and God. Now I must hurry to the refectory to join my brothers. I will see you inside. Yes, glad you could join us. Thank you, my lord. Father Gernot, Father Thomas, prior friends. Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Oh, the Gospel of Matthew. Wonderful. Jesus replied, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah. For this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven. And I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it." Have you read Matthew much, Andreas? Not really, to be honest. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Then he ordered his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. It reminds me, Father Garnet, have you read anything by Martin Luther? I can't say that he has some incredible ideas about the church. Brilliant, I think. My lord, is the meal to your liking? I believe I remember you enjoying your quail on your last visit. Quail, my god, Father Abbot, the quail's fine, but don't you think Luther's ideas are worth discussing? He's talking about the future of the church, shaking things up in a way I don't think we have seen before. Brother Thomas, you see value in his ideas, do you not? My lord, I mean no offense, but I do not. Brother Matteo, yes? How appropriate. What do you force on Luther's attacks on the church sales of indulgences? But, yeah. Baron, please do not involve the other brothers in this conversation. Fine. What about Andreas? Such a man who attended the same university as Martin Luther can spare some force on his work? I must respect Father Abbott's wishes at his table, my lord. Et tu, Andreas, I expected more of you. Enough! Lord Rothvogel, you are a guest and held in high esteem, but you have worn out my patience. You will not be discussing Luther's work with Andreas, Thomas, Matthias, or with any other brother. Is that clear? I suppose, Father. It is your abbey, but you're taking too much offense at this, and you are far too afraid of change. Whether it's from Luther or someone else, reforming is coming to the church. You had better accept it. What? Neither you nor Martin Luther dictate change to the Holy Church on their whim. His talk is beyond insulting, it's blasphemous, outrageous. How dare you? I see. I have overstepped my bounds, and I suppose I have ruined everyone's supper. My apologies. In spite of this unpleasantness, I will make good on my manuscript payment and the donation of my copy of Historia Tassi. If you cannot accept what the future will bring, perhaps it's time for you to come to terms with your past. Well, no need to overstay my welcome, fathers, brothers, Andreas. Good night. Thank you, Andreas, for not letting him engage you in his debate. No good would have come out of it. Now then, I must ask you to leave so I can speak to the brothers in chapter privately. Brother Pierre, please accompany Andreas out. I'll take my leave as well. Good night. Don't worry about Father Gernot and the Baron. I'm sure it will be all fine by morning. I hope Father Abbot can see that the Baron's heart is in the right place. Even if he picked the wrong time to express himself. That seems unlikely. It may be so, but we must never lose hope. In any case, I do hope the Baron respects the Abbot's wishes for the rest of his stay, for everyone's sake. Brother Piero, what do you think of Martin Luther's ideas? Ah, that is for younger and wiser men than me to decide. I'm just a monk, thank God. Good night, my son. I don't want to sleep. Not for supper. I should get some sleep. I can't get in though. Shrine? Okay, nothing else. Nothing else. The many pits held quinquefoil. It grows so easily, some consider it a weed. There's a lamp still burning in the guest house. Lawrence must still be awake. I wonder how he's doing. What was he thinking? He's a baron, but he couldn't have expected that to go well. The storm doesn't seem to be letting up anytime soon as you get back to the gardeners. Okay, blocked. This way is also blocked. So can't do anything there. How are we gonna get in there at night then? Guess it must be something later then? Oh. Huh? Ah! Are you alright, Master Mailer? I believe I might just seen the physical manifestation of a spirit. A ghost? Yes. Could be a Roman, maybe even an old pagan. Wouldn't be the first time people have seen ghosts around these parts. Have you ever seen one? Usually around the ruins. Who knows how many restless Romans lie beneath those stones? Well, I think I found John's last lost sheep. I'm going to head home. Take care, Master Mailer. I will, thank you, Till. Detour. Okay. Current sensation, it looks quite old. Gonna be something on that one later, probably. Rotten and full of bugs, no wonder Otto hasn't split it up. Waterfall. The waterfall must flow down from the snow melt in the mountains above the abbey. salt mine. Ooh, spooky. Casting's old salt mine, how the town made money before the Imperial Road opened up. Most of this tunneling is for the Abbey's renovations and firewood. The town can only gather sticks. Ah, no! Pale horse, still on the floor. Remain silent. Maintenance, the pale horse, death. Crystal, listen to my voice. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Yes. Yes, Father, I hear you. Am I here? Is this now? Yes, you're with us, and this is now. I apologize, Andreas. I imagine that must have been quite alarming. She alright? She is, yes. Sister Amira is a mystic, gifted with visions when God see fit to give her one. Some are more frightening than others. What is she doing in there? Does she live in the church? She lives there, yes. I'm a little surprised we haven't noticed her before. If you came to Mass more often, you will see that I give her communion through a window to herself. Herself? She is an anchoress, a religious hermit so devoted to God that she has enclosed herself in a cell next to the church. She is dead to the world, but continues a life of prayer and religious contemplation. What the heck? And sometimes, ever so rarely, she receives great and terrible visions. She local to Tassin, or was she a nun at Kersio? Neither. She came here from a Benedictine abbey in the lower Bavaria after it burned down. I'm her confessor and caretaker. Many anchoresses are not literate. I write down her visions to help interpret them. I thought all the monks and nuns at Kersi could read, even poor brother Wolfbert. Thank you, Father Thomas. I must rest now. Of course, sister. Just a second. Sounds like she's in a great deal of pain. She is. She feels pain that is both physical and spiritual. The spiritual pain comes from her revelations. They come and go. I try to address them as best as I can. The physical pain comes from a deformity in her spine and aching in her joints. I know of no cure for that, save prayer to the Almighty. Sister Emily was saying she had a vision of death. Could someone be in danger? Oh no, don't rush to judgment. Her visions are divine and powerful, but they could have many meanings. Some of her revelations take years to comprehend. Some may never be understood at all, as God wills it. Still, the argument at dinner was quite troubling. Perhaps she has the cast of shadow over her thoughts. Now then, the good sister appears to have fallen back to sleep. I must prepare for bed myself. Good night, Andreas. Good night, Father. I'm just wondering why they have that inn. that they write some letters wrong in the words and then just corrects them. I just quite don't get that point. Oh, pet another dog, yeah. Stole. Here you go, buddy. Second dog we could pet. Glass windows probably made in low countries. What a curious mill. The wind turns the sails and the power is a grinding stone. Go to ruins. Perhaps this must have allowed access to the aqueducts. A child's drawings. I wonder who the artist is. I think that was one. Okay. Exploring road. These figures look like they were carved by someone without formal training. John's family keeps beehives for the honey and wax. Everybody asleep. Getting late, I should get some rest. Oh, let's sleep then, because we couldn't go into the library because I couldn't get back into the church, unfortunately.